what you should do when you come into a transaction with a realtor to demonstrate you're on equal footing. So I got the client from a financial advisor, a CPA, a past client, a Google review, whatever it is. And now I know they already have a realtor. I'm not going to refer away to my realtor. Nope. I'm going to try to engage this one. But I want that agent to know that I'm already entrenched here, right? So that they know not to go elsewhere with other names. And so that might sound something like this. Hey, Jay, it's Craig Strent from XYZ Mortgage. Mr. and Mrs. Jones found me online through a Google review. I'm really excited to help them with their home purchase. I've reviewed docs. We've gone over a total cost analysis with multiple options, including a buy down option, which I'd like to talk to you about as well. They're going to be pre-approved between $500,000 and $700,000. Our turn times are typically 7 to 10 days on appraisal, 14 on financing, close in 21 days. I've got my reviews posted online and a written perfect loan process if you'd like to see that. But I really am calling just to introduce myself, get on the same page, and make sure we do a great job together for the Joneses. Yeah. Right? Something like that, which we used to call in my company, we used to call that, I'll be a little off color here. We used to call that peeing on the lead, right? Like marking our territory and letting the agent know we're here, we're competent, we're going to do a great job. We're not trying to take your business, but we also don't want to be referred away. We want to be given an opportunity to prove ourselves.
Yep. And the other thing too, that because we track every transaction, like going back to the beginning of time for me, we're able to kind of cross-reference this buyer's agent might have been a listing agent 6 years ago, and we track that in our CRM. So we'll call them up and say, hey, Craig, I'm not sure if you remember me or not. We worked together in 2016 on Sally Smith's purchase of your listing on 123. You were the listing agent. You got top dollar for it. We represent the buyers. You probably don't remember that transaction because it went so smooth. But in case you haven't remembered, like we've worked together before, and we plant that. If they haven't been somebody we worked with before, we'll say, Craig, we haven't had the opportunity to work together yet, but you're in an office with 12 other agents, and we've actually done loans with 3 of those 12 in the last 18 months. So if you have any questions about our ability to get to the closing table on time, talk to Tim, Scott, or Julie, and the 3 of them will be able to vouch for how good we're going to do for you.
I love that, Jay. And you can reference the positive survey or review from that previous transaction you did, or one from someone else in their office that you could share with them and pull up, right? It'd be great to just do a control F find on your Google reviews and find that person from that transaction. So I love that third-party validation. I used to have a list of realtor references. So at the end of a closing, I would say, hey, Mr. Jones, realtor, Mrs. Jones, I understand you're happy with how this went. Can I list you as a reference in the future if I come across someone who knows you in your office? Yeah, sure. And I would put their name on the list. And I could send out my realtor references attached to my pre-approval letter, right? And they go, oh, I know that person, even though they're not even in my office. I've dealt with them. Let me call them and check you out. Okay, I did. And when you're an independent broker, as I was for a period of time before I became a banker, that's not even more important because a smaller firm, they may not have heard from you as much. They may, I've never heard of you. You're a broker? Oh, what does that mean, right? So having these other additional credentials is huge. We've gone super deep on that one, Jay. That was great.
Let me add one more thing to that. So yeah. If I haven't worked with them before and I haven't worked with anybody from their office before, I can remind them like, hey, Abby found us online, and I looked online, and I wouldn't say this. Abby found us online because of our 297 5-star Google reviews. What are you doing right now to like present social proof to your clients and future clients? Because Abby found us through Google, and you don't have a super strong presence there, but I know you do a lot of business. So like, have you ever thought about trying to do that? And then you lead into like educating them on how to build up their social media presence or get more Google reviews, et cetera. So it's an opportunity that if there is no connection, to provide some value and education of like, here's how I got this lead because I had 290 some past clients leave me a review online, and you probably could too.